Hi, this is a video in which I will teach beginners how to solve nonogram. I'm talking really weird because I can hear my voice as it plays back to me in my headphones, and it's really odd, and I could probably take my headphones off and avoid myself talking like this. Alright, I'm gonna do it. So scrolling down YouTube, didn't see too many big like nonogram videos with a lot of views. Highest was, that one's 218, but it's not really about nonograms. That one is 2. Point being, they're not very popular, and it's very sad to me as an avid nonogram player. So I thought I would use my, extreme amount of YouTuber charisma and energy to popularize them and make them like number, I'm not gonna say number 1, but number like 3 or 4 on the trending page at most times. But yeah, so I think the best way to start it off is to do a tutorial for you lay people, I'm not gonna, what's a kind way to put it, imbeciles that aren't expert nonogram solvers like myself. Look, it's not rocket science, okay? I'm talking weird again. I'm gonna take my headphones. It's not rocket science, okay? It's easy. In this tutorial, I'm not gonna take too long. It's still like a 15-minute thing, which is a long time, and it's gonna be boring. But it's not gonna be as boring as some of the other videos I've seen. Because of my just what do I call it? Magnetism in my vocal delivery. But yeah, look, we're starting off the 5x5, and here's how they work. You have these numbers, and then you have to fill in black squares based on these numbers. So your first instinct is, look, 3. You fill in those 3. There's a 1 and a 1. Why doesn't it just say 2? Oh, because there's a space between the 1 and the 1. That would just be a 2. So you put a space there, and then you put a 1. Oh. Okay, then there's a 3. Oh, and just like before, it was a space, and then a 1, then a 1, then a space, then a 1, then a 1, then a 3. Boom, solved, done, easy. Right? Right? Wrong. You failed, you messed it up. Look, there's a 3 right there, and there's 5 spaces filled in. So the point of them is so that the top numbers and the side numbers, or you call them rows and columns, which I think is the proper name, need to match up. Okay? And you're not gonna, like, look, this 3, there's a 3 possible combinations. There's that one, and there's that one. I mean, you can't just guess. You can't just put it down there. You're gonna end up getting it wrong. So what we want to do is go for the guaranteed ones first, like this 3 and this 1. I'm gonna go to it in a second. Hang on. There's this 3 and this 1. There's no other way to do it than that 3 and that 1. It doesn't make any sense. See, look at that. Don't work. Same with this 1 and this 1 and this 1. You can't put them there. That makes no sense. So fill it in. 1, 1, 1. Simple. This 3 we don't know, just like the other one. But that 1, 1, 1, we know those. And then that 1 and that 3, we know it. 125%, right? But now what do you do? I mean, there's nothing else that's super guaranteed, is there? Here's what you do. You break out an insanely useful tool using your right click. I'm going to do it right now. X. You put your X's in the squares that are guaranteed not to be filled in. And that just opens up worlds of opportunities, worlds of them. See, look, that square in the top left can't be filled in because then there would be 4. Doesn't make sense. So you cross it off, you fill in the rest of the 3, and that at the bottom can't be filled in, obviously. There would be a 4, so you cross that off. That has to be a 1, you cross it off, and then look at this. Look how fast I do this. It's incredible. I mean, try and keep it up. But yeah, that's it. That's how you solve a nonogram. But the video doesn't end there. Sorry, guys. Now I'm going to show you what to do if you don't have these like guaranteed for slots. You see these numbers aren't really big enough to fill any guaranteed. That 2 and that 1, the 1 could be there, the 1 could be there. Even the 2 could be right there, and it's you know, nothing's guaranteed. Or so you think. Nothing looks guaranteed at first sight. But what you can do is, if you come over to this 3, which is at the column top left, yeah, right, that one that's my cursor is now over. What you can do is, remember the last time I was like, there's 3 combinations of the 3. There's this one, and this one. What you can do is notice that all 3 of them have one square in common. Now, try pay attention, see if you can notice. Look at that. All 3 of them have that middle square right there. So that has to be filled in. There's no way you can make it 3 without that square. Try it. You can't. It's impossible. So now you know that 2 has to involve that square, which means it has to be 1 on either side, and it can't be those 2. So you can cross them off. Okay? And now what do? You look at the puzzle, you gaze at it, and you see that there's a missing column, so you can just cross them all off. That's kind of a gimme. Like, there aren't that many puzzles that have a blank row. But as I was talking, you missed me cross off that 1 because that's small, not too small for a 3. Then you can fill in the rest of the 3. And now what do? There's like those 2 and those 1s, there's squares on either side that could be filled in. The 1 could go in either of the 2 squares on the right. You don't really know what to do. So what you do is you look at the right column, and there's a 1 and a 1. So there's 3 squares available, but one of them is guaranteed, because if both of the ones were in the ones at the bottom, that would make it 2, not a 1 and a 1. So you know that the one at the top has to be filled in. So you can cross off the rest of that row because there's only 1 on the left side. And now there's a 1 and a 1 right there. It can't be in the middle, so you fill in these 2. And now there's a 2 right there. Cross. 1. Cross. 2. Look at the speed at which I do that. That's crazy. And, you know, I mean, whew. Suddenly I'm very attracted to myself. I'm sure you guys at home are too. But that's I think it's supposed to be a hill with a sun. The pictures get better as you go on. But now we come to our third example, in which I'm going to show you a way to solve a puzzle which I do not recommend. It's terrible. It's called the guess and check method. But I'm still going to show it to you because I'm unbiased. Here's how you do it. You pick the top left square, and you see whether or not it should be filled in or not. You fill it in, and you see what would happen if it was filled in. You fill in 3 squares, you cross the rest off. Then you fill in that 2, and you cross it off, and then you come down, and you see there has to be a 1 there, and then you look up, and you say there has to be a 2. So it doesn't work. So now you know that square at the top left cannot be filled in. And then with this guess and check method, what you do is you just go ahead and do that for every single square in the puzzle. And that's just not fun. It's not fun. It's a lot more fun to use logic, so don't do it. Or do it if you want. You can do it. Just know that it'll cause me a great deal of physical pain in many areas. And if you're one of those people, there's quite a lot of you out there that enjoy inflicting physical pain on me, go ahead and do it. But yeah, here's how I would solve it. You remember, you look for the big ones, the ones that you know are filled in. That 1 and that 3 have to be filled in. You can cross off those 2 because there's only 2, and it has to be on either side of the one that's filled in. Now you come down there. These 2, none of the squares around that 1 can be filled in because it'd be either a 2 or a 3, so you can cross off both squares around the 1. And now there's a 2 and a 1 on this column right here, and you know that this one has to be filled in because there has to be a 2, and you can't make a 2 without that square. And then the 1 has to be at the bottom, because if it was next to the 2, it would make it 2. It doesn't make any sense. So now you go here, and there has to be only 1s in that square, so we can that row, so we can cross it off, and then we can fill in the 3. We can fill in that 3 as well, and we can cross that off. Yeah, I'm doing this really fast because I didn't anticipate the commentary when I was recording this, and I just go so fast and I can't really explain it as I do it. I guess I could slow it down, but there's not really any point. I did it. Look, boom, easy. If you're confused, you can go back and like look at it yourself more in detail, and it's a bomb. Yeah, like I said, the pictures get better as you go on. Like, look, they get like way better. Look at this one. It's coming up soon. Hang on. Give it a few seconds. Oh wait, did I not? Oh, I didn't put it right there. Hang on. I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, look at this live. I put it on right there. That's it. They get a lot better. I would recommend taking a step back and really squinting at that one because it looks fantastic. Anyway, on to the puzzle. I'm doing a 10 by 10, scaling up a little bit. I'm showing you that the same principle with the 3 applies to the 7, but you don't have to do all of them. All you need are the 2 extremes. So the leftmost extreme and the rightmost extreme. What I mean by that is start at the left side and make a 7. And then start at the right side and make a 7. And the squares that overlap, those are the ones that you can fill in. Right? And then from there, you can look at the top. Since the squares are the topmost, you know that the topmost things that are listed are those. So we can cross those off because there's 3 1s and 1 3. And then we put a cross after the 3, and we can cross them off at the top 2. You don't have to. I'm doing it because this is a beginner tutorial. Well, I don't usually do them, it's too much to handle. So next, you know that this row has only 1s, so you can put an X there. If there was 1 there, it'd be a 2. Same thing with that row. You know it's only 1s, so you can put a cross there. I don't really know why the video is repeating, but just to restate, only 1s, so put a cross there and a cross there. All right, and now you know that there can't be a 2 there. If that was there, it would be a 1, so you can cross that off, and then you can cross those 2 off and fill in the rest of the 7. And now the same thing that applied earlier applies there. Since that's the topmost, you know that's a 1, that's a 1, and that's a 3. You know that they have to be exactly like that, so you can cross them off. And then this, again, only 1s. You can cross that off. Cross the 2 1s off. You can't cross that 1 off at the left because you don't know which one it is. Although that's not extremely important. Now that onto the 5s, you know that can't be a 5 because it would be a 3, so you can fill that in. You're getting the gist now, I think. Just kind of repeat the same process for every number. So now it's a 3, and then another 3. This is a 1, kind of has to be. And then right after that, there's only 5 squares left, so it has to be the 5. You're getting it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to speed it up pretty soon, just to save you. Yeah, there we go, speeding it up. Just so you don't have to watch. If you really want to watch it all, you can slow it down. You can pause and look and stuff. Or you can try it on your own. I'll link this puzzle in the description. But it's a teapot. Yeah, like I said before, the pictures get better. Just another reminder. Look at that one. Squint at it, stare back. Look at it. Just incredible. Okay. And as if, 10 by 10 wasn't enough, we're doing a 20 by 20, just to scale it up even more because, this is after, in your first, week, depends how quick you are, you can probably get up to a 20 by 20, so that's all I'll cover in this beginner video. But yeah, 20 by 20, like always, you want to look for the biggest number. That little 2 right there, not going to do anything for you. So look for a big number. Those 13s, that's 16. Very big. 16 is almost 20. So we can fill in quite a lot of that column. So we start with the 2 extremes. The leftmost extreme, which I did that wrong. It should actually go a bit longer, but the leftmost extreme and then the rightmost extreme. And then you fill in the middle squares, right? I did it wrong, and then here I realized my mistake. It's being such a, I'm kind of ashamed to put this out here, but I got it right eventually, after a while. So I filled in that 16, and then you can do the same thing. Look for the bigger numbers, look for that 15. A good way to think about it is, since it's 15, you can cancel out the 5, and you can fill in 10. So 10 plus 5 is 15. So you have a guaranteed 10 in the middle, and then 5 on either side. If that helps you think about it that way, it does. If it doesn't, then just don't think about it that way. Pretty simple. And I think, I just do the same thing. I speed up the rest of the video so you guys really don't have to watch it. And again, you can try this puzzle yourself. I'll link it. But yeah, now you have to. It's not like you can see that there's about a minute left. It doesn't take that long to solve. I mean, it does, but I'm speeding it up. So. I guess now I should discuss what you can expect from the future. I'll just be playing through certain nonograms, maybe trying different challenges with them. I'll make a color tutorial video. That'll be fun. Maybe a bit more fun than this one since the colors really make them pop. Still probably not, riveting, but, a bit better than this. But yeah, fun game that you can play at home with the kids and the wife is, try guess what you think this nonogram is going to turn out to be. To me, right now, it looks like a crab, but I've already solved it. So I kind of know. It's actually not a crab, guys, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You know, I don't want to spoil it until I have completely solved it, but it is a dog.